back on what the co-pastor said yesterday. It was just a blessing.
Yes, amen.
I had so much fun, even though it was hot as I don't know what. The tent was blowing away, and we found bricks and everything to hold it downstream. I mean, yeah, the devil was really trying his hardest. We tried everything to keep it down. And you know, listening to everyone's testimony this morning, it's almost ironic, because when you asked me a couple days ago to do spoken word, honestly, in my heart, I said, I don't know. I said, I'm not prepared, because the devil has been tempting me for a while, and I have not opened my Bible in quite a while. So, so I got to my studying over the weekend, well, a couple days I had off and everything, and what brought to me to talk to you about was, I titled my spoken word today, "What Fruit Do You Bear?"
My God.
And I had to say it that way because probably for the past 2 weeks or so, maybe longer, my job, my personal life, my family, and the personal loved ones in my life, even come to church, sometimes that devil has really been pounding on me.
That's his job.
I haven't lost my way, but sometimes, you got to get it right.
That's right. That's right.
So I want everyone to open up to Genesis 3. And I'm going to read verse 1 through 3. And, it's the story of Adam and Eve beginning. Now the serpent was more crafty than the other wild animals that the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, "Did God say, 'You shall not eat from the tree in the garden?' The woman said to the serpent, 'We may eat the fruit of the trees in the garden, but God said, You shall not eat of the fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden, nor shall you touch it, or you shall die.'" Now looking at that word "die," that literally does not mean you're going to, as soon as you eat it, you're going to pass out and die. God was letting us know, once you eat this fruit, you will become from immortal to a mortal soul. Then when I looked, then I looked at the story of Rebecca and Isaac, Genesis 25, verse 21 and 23, where God had made her barren after so many years. She had, Jacob actually went to God and prayed, Isaac went to God and prayed for his wife to bear children. And God seen that his soul was so into it, and his faith was there, he granted their wish. He said to Rebecca that you were born 2 nations. Now when I look at the 2 nations that God was letting us know in the text, the 2 nations was flesh and spirit, or soul, however you want to call it. So I'm going to keep saying it once again. What fruit do you bear? Because with 2 children that she had, the tree that she rooted up let God know what type of fruit she actually bore. She did have 2 good children, but because of how the lifestyle she chose to live, one of them, let's just plain to say, he just wasn't blessed as the other one was.
That's right.
chose to eat the fruit from the wrong tree that God told you not to eat from. You could have had all the wealth in the world, all what he gave you, but you chose to eat from the tree that he said not to eat from.
That's right.
With her eating and listening to the serpent, Eve missed out on the greatest gift God was trying to give her, which was the word. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and 12 will further explain. Y'all can read that on your own if you wish. But I'm going to ask again, what fruit does your life bear? Now, my last church in Japan, the bishop, he taught me a whole lot of stuff. I actually, almost like Sister Marie, I was raised Catholic, but it was my choice to venture off to other religions. My family is still highly Catholic, but I've never joined any church until I got to Japan, and I've been living within this religion for quite a while, pretty much my whole military life, so about 11 years. But I felt more comfortable with that church in Japan. So with him teaching, he had brought up this text once before, and he had said to us, back in the old Hebrew days, whatever affliction you had to yell out, like women when we go through our monthly cycles. If you're out in the public, you have to yell out, bleeding or whatever. So I'm going to ask you, what fruit do you bear? Because if we had to do that in this day, we could come out, rapist or child molester or fornicator, exactly, or drug addict, or on a lower scale, you could say procrastinator or quick to anger, or something like that. So what fruit do you bear?
My God.
And then Asian countries, their culture is if you look at certain movies, or if you haven't been in the Asian culture before, you'll see that when they sit in front of their statues, their idols, and pray to their gods, they light incense. And what that means is the incense, the scent of the incense is supposed to surround you and purify your soul, so the gods can smell you on the better scale. So putting our life into their culture a little bit, if we were incense, what smell would we be to God?
My God. My God.
So, like I said, I'm going to keep asking you, what fruit does your tree bear? Because even just like I said about Rebecca, with your children, whatever reflection you are, your children is going to be the same reflection as you. It's like, I was raised where my parents said, my parents did not allow for me to go out looking raggedy or anything. You better have your hair done.
That's right.
If I make good money, you better put the shoes that I bought on your feet and not that raggedy mess.
Come on, that's right.
I would teach you to speak right. You would have proper manners out in public. So my brother and I was a reflection of my parents.
Exactly.
So looking back, and what was that just passed? Mother's Day? I always tell my mom, and even, Father's Day or whatever, and just on the regular, if I get the spirit, I call my parents and I say, thank you for actually teaching me.
Amen.
Because it really started with them, my grandparents, but really them, and I still pray for my brother, we all got one in the family.
Amen.
And I don't know how, because my parents only had two, and we're complete night and day. I had no idea, but I also wrote for you to think about our flesh So,
All right. That's right.
so, looking at what type of fruit you want to be to God, one thing we must do is crucify our flesh,
That's right.
That's it.
just as the Romans had done to Jesus. You know, when they were whipping him and they were beating him down and putting a thorn on his head. You know, they whipped that flesh, but when he was up on that cross, he heard the voice of God because his flesh was so beaten down.
Hallelujah.
So,
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God.
we as Christians need to crucify our flesh so we can get to that moment to actually hear God.
That's right. That's good. Yeah, that's it.
So I wrote down Proverbs 28:13. No one who conceals transgression will prosper, but one who confesses and forsakes them will obtain mercy. The last scripture I'm going to have you, I want everyone to turn to it also. It's Galatians 5:22 and verse 23. Verse 22 says, by contrast, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Self-control is the main one that pointed out to me because of all of what's going on in my life, because, you know, there's times that I do want to revert back to before the military in my street life. But that self-control, you know, you
There
have
you
to
go.
have it.
That's good. That's right.
There is no law against such thing. God is truly, truly letting us know. I mean, if you don't open the Bible and let time elapse like I have, you know, once you open it, once you give your heart and your soul to God and ask Him to please help me understand, give me strength so I can understand your word before I read it, He will open it up.
That's
and
right.
let you know what
That's right.
exactly to read.
That's
And
right.
that passage right there, those two verses right there, have let me know that I need to look at that for myself. You know, self-control and faithfulness. Those are the fruits that I choose